Hey everybody, I'm Coach Katie. Really excited to be here with you today for an energy boost workout to optimize the strength and health of your shoulders and knees. I've got 2 bands that I'd like to use, but if you don't have any bands, don't worry about it. I'll coach you through that. We're going to want to anchor these bands, one about knee height or thigh height and the other up high. We're going to get started with a warm-up, so if you've got to run and go get those bands, do it now. For the warm-up, I want to kind of just inhale up and exhale down. We're going to do a couple squats, a couple lunges, and I'll explain to you how this workout is going to go. I've got a couple moves that we're going to do for 40 seconds each. We're not going to focus on reps. We're just going to focus on the intent of the move, learning about how it's beneficial for our body. And we're going to run through those 2 times through. So we'll do about 12 minutes of work today. So let's get nice and warm with some of these gentle, dynamic mobility exercises. Really good ones to know, to kind of keep in your back pocket. Ones that I love. Obviously, you may have done them with me a couple times as of now. These shoulder and knee exercises really came from a need that sprung up in my life this week as my husband's been back in the water skiing and surfboarding, and he had a knee injury that felt better, but still is concerned about how to make sure that his knee is in really good, warm shape before he does his activities. So you guys are going to benefit from a need that came out of my life this week. And by the way, he loves the exercises and they feel great. So you're getting a couple of them today. And I'm looking forward to doing them too, because I always feel so much better. So we're going to start our timer, get down to the floor, and get started with a bridge series. And that is going to look like this. All right. So you're going to lift and lower for the first set of moves. We're going to do that for 40 seconds. Why bridge? Because your glutes are so underused oftentimes when we sit a lot. This is a heel bridge, by the way. I'm focusing on pushing through my heels. When the glutes get underused and weak, we tend to go into our low back for strength. And that's not something we want to do because it tends to put a lot of strain on our lower back. When our glutes aren't turned on also, our core can get really weak. All right, second bridge version. Going up onto the toes, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the sits bones together, lifting and lowering. So when the glutes get weak, the core gets disengaged a lot of time, kind of distended in front of us. And a cascade of issues can begin to start to transpire. And one of those things is that the knees can start to take a lot more strain than we want. Looking good, we got 10 seconds here. So the knees and the shoulders oftentimes are indicators of other misalignments in the body, and they really can be adjusted very gently with the right activation techniques. So that's why you're here today. Finally, we're moving into a walking bridge from our toes, which if your glutes are not on fire and you're not feeling this, hopefully you will the second round. Because sometimes it takes a little bit of time for those muscles to wake up. If you're feeling this at all in your lower back, I want you to drop your bridge down a little lower. Drop your hips down. That still is effective. You don't have to be like way up high for this to be working, okay? Got a couple seconds left here.
to our first series on the floor. Our second series is going to be standing. We're going to be using our upper back muscles for our shoulder health. Excellent. All right, next move. Moving into a row. Now, if you don't have a band, I'm going to help you out in a second here. If you do have a band, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to be pulling back with your hands parallel and your shoulders coming right into your sides. So if you have a band, keep going. If you don't have a band, your move looks like this, slightly bent forward and pulling back. Okay, so you're just using the strength of your muscles without any resistance. Excellent, keep going, we're breathing. All right, that was the last one. Compound movement, we're moving right into using different muscles, our low trap muscles. So this is the motion, our palms are up, we're squeezing our shoulders down and back. I'm going to come close to you here in just a second and show you close up. This is what it should look like. Palms open, squeezing those shoulders together. Squeezing those shoulders together. Slight hinge forward, squeezing those shoulders together. You can still get that action, that activation without a band. So whether you have one or not, it's no excuse. Get to work. Squeezing together. All right. Next move. We're going to grab some water. Terminal knee extensions. I'm going to do our best with this one and instruct you through it, okay? Squishing down so that band goes behind the knees. If you do not have this band, that is okay. You're peeling the heel up, pushing it back down, and stay with me on this. This is how you rebuild the shocks of your knees. If you want to have strong knees, if you want to have good knees that are in shape, you're going to want to do this exercise. You want good shocks to your knees, okay? Squishing down, coming back to it. If you don't have this band again, you're going to be thinking about the muscle that we're using here. If you're not feeling it, I'm coming closer to you again. It's these inside VMOs. So you're still working, I'm talking. You're still working, I'm talking. You're lifting that knee forwards like this and pushing it back down. Pulling it forwards and pushing it back down. So you should feel the activation, that teardrop muscle right here as you're working. Keep going. We're doing a couple more. Okay, that's it. You get to rest. Last knee exercise is a knee tracking exercise. We're shifting forwards and stepping back up. Shifting forwards and stepping back up. From the side, it looks like this. Forwards and up. We're just getting that 15 degrees, the top of the range of motion. The knee pushes forward, the heel stays down. Hopefully you're feeling that work if you're focusing. Let's switch sides. You're focusing and feeling that work in the hip and in the knee as you stand back up. Squeeze back. That squeeze at the back is what's going to give you that activation and that stability in the knee joint. Now, I don't know why I'm out of breath, but it's partly because I'm talking and partly because I'm focusing on really trying to get this work to feel good. All right. There we go. Okay, first round done. We're going to get just a tiny bit of rest. I'm going to adjust my timer here for a second. Make sure I've got us ready to go for the next round. I'm just excited to hear where you feel that these moves are benefiting you most in your life. So let's get right back into it. The next round. I hope you're enjoying these so far. Bridges. Let's do it. All right, lifting and lowering. This round, let's really focus on the intent of the move and breathing. So we're in our heels, we're inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. We're squeezing our sits bones together, which also, if you like potty humor, is like squeezing your anti-fart muscles. You know which ones I'm talking about. So we're squeezing those muscles tight, trying to activate those deep glute muscles. Moving into the toes, knees go together. Lifting and lowering, not really giving her a rest in between these compound movements here. Remember, the final glute compound move is the walking bridge. So we'll be moving into that here shortly. Hopefully feeling the burn of these moves. You would be able to really get a lot out of these if you just did them one time through before you got ready for an athletic endeavor, or if you wanted some moves for some successful recovery after an athletic endeavor. Moving into walking bridges, so you wouldn't have to go through these 2 times. But you certainly could also go through them more than 2 times if you were really looking for strength. I'd probably recommend, if shoulder and knee strength was really a priority for you, to go through this series 3 or 4 times a week. That could be staggered in whatever worked best for your life. So really, there's a lot of customization in how you stagger these workouts for your benefit. Got 4 seconds left. And then we're standing up and we are rowing. And that is going to feel good because my glutes could use a little break. So we're rowing here, we're breathing. Remember, we don't need the band. As far as these 2 moves go, you could use a more resistive band for this rowing move. For the standing A, you would want to use a lighter band. And I would say, if you're considering it, that having bands, dumbbells, kettlebells added into your home equipment is really, really helpful. Okay, moving into standing A's. So palms up, shoulders down, ears away from the shoulders, relaxed. It's always a cue that anybody could think while they're working out. I do have my feet staggered here, but you could have them parallel too, if that feels better. So bands, back to bands. I really think that they're helpful to add into a home workout routine, especially if now that gyms are opening back up, you find that you want to get to the gym 2 days a week for your group workout or with your trainer, but you still like the benefits of working out at home a couple times a week just to add some things into your routine. It's not a dumb idea. It is a smart idea. It's not a dumb idea to add some equipment and add some more resistive factors into your home gym. I'll get off my soapbox about that. All right, here we go. We are almost done, crew, with these exercises. Okay, so these terminal knee extensions are not going to work unless you're focusing. Are you focusing on your vastus medialis oblique? That's this muscle. You should be squeezing it as you push your heel down. You should feel it activate as you push your heel down. If you're a person who wants to get back to doing your runs like you used to, you know, when your knees didn't hurt, if you're one of those people, these moves are totally for you. Because all you need is just a little bit of activation, a little bit of the right moves to get you feeling great, to be able to pound that pavement. I personally like sprinting more than I like distance work. That's why I got these thighs. I'm a fast runner. We're squeezing, our heels are dropping down. We're not moving and swirling our hips around. You see how still I'm staying? A lot of people make the mistake of shifting forwards and leaning back like this. You keep everything really still. Which brings us to our last moves of the day. Knee tracking. All right. So we're shifting forward, coming back. We're shifting forward, coming back. Keeping our core active. So if you poke your fingers into your tummy here, you should feel that core activated and working to keep your knees stable, to keep your knee tracking, your patella tracking, that's your kneecap, in case you were wondering. Moving on to the next side. Again, not letting you have much rest here. You might be noticing that you're kind of getting a little fatigued. It is possible that you're kind of shaking a little bit. That's nervous system fatigue. Very different than muscular fatigue. Your nervous system needs a lot more rest than your muscular system. So if you need to take a rest, go ahead and pause this video. If you're watching it back, take those rests as you need them and then get back to it. I'm going to kind of move to the side here. Remember that knee is coming forward and back. We only got a couple more left. So if you are considering, we're done. If you are considering going out for a run, going out for a walk, now is the time to do it. If you are going to hop out on a ski boat or do some, I was going to say pickleball. One of my friends got a pickleball court near her house, so I was thinking about pickleball. Tennis, whatever it is that you want to have good, stable knees, healthy shoulders for, you should go do that now, today, or figure out how you can weave this program into your life to help boost the strength and optimal sport performance in your life. I hope you love these moves. Hope you feel great. I do. I'll see you guys another time. Thanks for being with me. Take care.